fifth grade, my family and I, we moved to Inkster, Michigan, where I went to Titus Elementary. Shortly after we moved into the neighborhood, I started having trouble with a few of the kids in the neighborhood. One day in class, teacher was giving instruction, all eyes were on her. A kid burst through the side door of the classroom. It's one of the kids I was having a problem with. He come in there looking to pick a fight with me. Well, I expected the teacher to step up and tell him to get out of the room or send him on his way. And it's something I'd deal with later, but she didn't say anything at all. He worked his way right over to my desk, which was on the far side of the room. Picked a fight with me right there in the middle of the classroom. I had to defend myself. You know, we rolled around, busted some stuff, and we both ended up getting suspended. He got suspended for attacking me. I got suspended for defending myself. It takes a village to raise a child well. That village includes teachers, parents, aunts, uncles, coaches, teammates, peers, and the like. Everybody has their little bit of influence on raising your child because they take something from everybody that they meet, whether it's good things or bad things. They learn from them. Homeschooling offers a unique opportunity for parents to tailor their child's education. It allows them, first and foremost, to reduce the distractions that are involved with education. Some of the distractions like the one I just explained to you. And, another one is in each classroom you have average students, below average, and above average students. Primarily the teachers spend time with the below average students to bring them up to pace, and the kids that are above average, kind of sit there and twiddle their thumbs and wait for everybody to catch up. It's precious time that none of us are getting back. So let's talk about the problem. Public schooling. Public school is an inefficient way to educate our children. There are many distractions affiliated with public schooling. Bullying is a huge one. It has been and will continue to be. I could give you 100 examples of bullying, and you could probably give me 100 more. We've already talked about homework and the average, above average, and below average students, and that's a huge distraction as well, especially if your kid's above average and the teacher's spending most of the time with the below average student. They're not being pressed to their limits. They're not allowed to flourish. Unsavory influences at public school as well. You have drugs, alcohol, skipping, fighting, bullying like we've talked about, and the claim for fame, the popularity contest. Countless hours away from home. I know time with my children is precious. I like to spend as much time with them as I possibly can. Your belief systems are not supported in the public school system either. I know those are near and dear to many of us. Now that we've covered the problem, let's talk about a solution. Our goal as a parent is to guide and help our children become as successful as they possibly can. It is common to hear parents say that they would like to see their children become more successful than they are. Homeschooling is a way to keep your children on that successful track. It laser focuses their efforts as far as schooling is concerned and their education. There are many advantages to homeschooling. One of them is you get to spend lots of time with your children, as we know that's precious to all of us. You can tailor the learning needs of your child. If they're struggling, take the extra time. If they're flourishing, go ahead and push them and let them excel. Keeping your religion in the equation. There's no point in axing that out of the lesson plans just because somebody doesn't believe that should be. Your child is not exposed to every flu and bug that ends up in the school. You can keep them pretty healthy and monitored. We've already covered the homework situation to where, time with the lesson plan is better spent, for homeschooling because you can tailor the curriculum to your child's needs. No bullying, we've covered that. And you choose who's influencing your child. There's been plenty of times where my child's been stuck with the teacher for a full school year and they don't respond to them well. With homeschooling and being part of that network, you can trade off with other parents and you can get somebody new that your child responds to or change your lesson plan as needed. Let's go over what we covered. Our number one goal is to help our children become successful. Number one way to do that is to homeschool and streamline their education. There's many benefits to homeschooling. The time that you spend with your children, the tailored learning programs, keeping religion in the equation. You can monitor how homework's being dished out, no bullying, and you choose who's influencing your child. As well as you get to select who the peers are and who the educators are. If you have been considering homeschooling, I want you to know that there's a large community of like-minded people out there who are more than willing to join you in your quest to raise your child to be successful. I challenge you to leave here today and make the difference you've been waiting to make. Every day beyond today is one day less that you'll have an opportunity to make that change.